Good morning. I want to help you to do some really cool things in Squarespace. So for today's lesson, I'm just going to log into my Squarespace and show you how to change the header of your web page. The header is the section of your web page which contains your menu bar, your logo, and when this loads, I'll show you. Here we are. Okay, so you'll notice that within the logo section here on the menu bar that there is some slight image behind it. Let's just create a new page, a blank page, menu. We're going to call this menu bar example. Okay, so you'll notice that the header section is the same as what it was on the first page. That's because Squarespace applies a consistent header and footer to each new page that you create. Okay, so let's get into the cool stuff. You need to click on design. You need to click on custom CSS. And then scroll down to the bottom of CSS and you will see the section called Manage Custom Files. The first part I want to show you is there's a lot of text in here, so don't be put off by it. It's the process is very, very simple. I just simply want to show you how this works. So this looks like a very large URL. Again, don't be put off by it. Once you've added your custom file, Squarespace will translate that custom file into a way that it can understand and where Squarespace can find it. When we look at Manage Custom Files, click on that. And here you can see I've already added my Kindle Scribe header.png file. Here is where you can add images or fonts. So click on that and then you have the chance to be able to select a different logo. Let's just see what I have. Yeah. Okay, so something big, although this is the page icon, it's very, very clear for you to see that this big orange image will be placed onto the background. So I'm just going to choose that for example's sake. Okay. All right, here is the new logo I added. And then when I go to my area, I'm just going to delete this. The header announcement bar wrapper. The header announcement bar wrapper is the area that you will find for your web page. So within Google Chrome, or if you're using Safari or Firefox, they all have the same function, which is Show Inspector, Show Web Inspector, or Inspector. You need to click on that. I'll just take this out of the way, give us more screen space. The point that I'm trying to make here is if you look at where I'm hovering the mouse, that's going to highlight a section of the screen. Okay. So within Safari, if you don't have Safari, I think on Firefox or Chrome you have a blue arrow box on this corner. The point is, it will highlight itself in blue. With your mouse, when this crosshairs or arrow in a box is highlighted, you notice that each section of the page highlights green to show the outer content area. And if you look at what's being highlighted right now, it says div.header announcement bar wrapper. When I click on that, then the HTML area becomes highlighted. So the header announcement bar wrapper is the div class that you want. So the next part is quite easy. Your keyboard skills are just Control-C. You press Control-C. You take it over to your custom CSS window. You can then close this down. You go over to your custom CSS window and you type in the full stop, which represents the class, and Control V, and then open brackets. So to change the background of the header image, you simply type in background, because it's a background image. And if you want to know more about CSS, I can put down in the links places where you can find CSS. Otherwise, I think sometimes Squarespace can look a bit bland. And then when you type in the image name for the image we've just uploaded, so that's done by typing in URL. And now you can see the two images pop up for the files that we've just uploaded. You need to use the up and down arrows on your keyboard, your directional arrows on your keyboard, for you to be able to select the image that you want. Select the image that you want and then just press return. And then you'll notice the file name is changed from the simple file name that we uploaded to the file name location that Squarespace understands. Again, this is not something you need to worry about. And then just to finish off your syntax, make sure that you have the semicolon put on the end. And now you can see those the image that I uploaded before is put onto the back menu. And obviously, you know, you don't want to have something like this. You can have CSS to control this, so don't panic. You can type in background, repeat, and then no repeat. And you'll notice that the image is now just one, and it's in the corner. CSS is pretty easy to use. Yes, it's a scripting language and it's some part of coding language, but don't overthink it. It's quite nice to use. You can do other things with the CSS. You know, you can put the image into the center, you can put the image at the end. So for example, you can put background size, and then you can just type in 90%. Let's just do 50% to make it even smaller. Oh, bigger. Bigger. So now it's going to make the image 50% bigger. Okay, it looks quite cool actually, but I'm not going to keep it. I think for you to understand what I've done here, just to recap, for the background, I've given the basic command background, I've given it the URL statement, and then I've uploaded the file, and then that file name gets converted into a format that Squarespace understands, and you'll notice that it has HTTPS on there and not outside of the secure area. To adjust your image size, you then use such as background repeat, no repeat. You can see that without background repeat, it simply repeats across the entire bar. And if we take away background size, then it reverts the image back to the size that the web browser, I should say, should fit in as many times as I possibly can. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. And the next video I'll post will be how to put some color into your background divs. And the divs are those sections on the page for each key point you can see. All right, thank you very much for your time and wishing you a really great day.